Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Chase. Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the top 5 worst seasons in Rainbow Six Siege. Last week on the channel, we did the top 5 best seasons in Rainbow Six Siege, so if you want to go check that video out, I'm sure it's in the recommended, or you can use the link down below in the description. Also, down below in the description, you will find the link to my Twitch. Come hang out on a stream with me, hit me with that follow, as well as join the Discord with the link down below in the description. It's by far the easiest way to contact me. Also, before this video, I'm just going to put a disclaimer that I put on the top 5 best seasons, and it's the fact that one, this is my opinion, and 2, we're going to be saying some harsh things about this game. I absolutely love Rainbow Six Siege. You know, I've been enveloped in it since its beta, and I just want to say that we're going to be saying some mean things, but that does not mean that I hate this game. But yeah, once again, it's my opinion, and with all that out of the way, let's jump into the top 5. I did actually get myself one honorable mention, and that's going to be Operation Health. It was the same honorable mention on the top 5 best seasons, and it's because this season had so much good and so much bad. If you played during this season, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It just was not fun. It was another 3 months that we just absolutely did not get content. We were supposed to get both Ella and Zofia this season, as well as a Polish map, and then that was scrapped. So yeah, Operation Health was a really big bummer to play through, but looking back, it made some changes that were so necessary to the game, and basically why it's still alive today. Alright boys, coming in at number 5 on the list, we're going to be having Phantom Sight. Now this was year 4 season 2, and Nook and Warden are arguably 2 of the most pointless operators in the game ever. Once again, it's just my opinion, but Nook and Warden were honestly pointless. They made no change in the meta, nothing changed this season, literally nothing. The good things though that came out of this season were the fact that Rework Cafe came in and Pick and Ban came in, and that's why it's only at number 5. It almost missed the list because Rework Cafe is one of the best maps in the game, and Pick and Ban changed the way we played ranked forever. It really just has that, you know, kind of bad spot on it that is Warden and how useless he was on launch. He got a buff and then he was still pretty bad, as well as Nook. Nook was terrible on launch. The FMG was not good for her. She looked really good on paper, but then in execution she was absolutely terrible. But once again, this is only at number 5 on the list because, you know, Rework Cafe was an amazing map, and once again, Pick and Ban was just so influential to the way we played the game. I know that in my old video, I said that Pick and Ban was introduced in Parabellum, but keep in mind that was all the way back in Pro League, not actual rank scene yet. This was the first time that we actually saw it in game. Coming in at number 4 on the list, we're going to be having Operation Void Edge, and that's really tough. This was a season that I was really going to get back into Rainbow Six Siege, and I absolutely loved Rainbow Six Siege once again, but then it fell apart very quickly. The more and more I played this season and went into this season, it just really got stale very fast. I thought that the operators were good, I thought they were fun to play, and I thought the map was fun to play. New Oregon is one of my favorite maps in the game to this day. But I think everyone can agree that coronavirus really impacted the way this season was played, and with everyone being on quarantine, cheaters had so much time to play the game, as well as glitches to be found, and the devs didn't have their office, so the cheaters were, you know, just still running rampant because they couldn't update BattleEye as well as the fact that the glitches were staying in the game for a prolonged amount of time because, once again, they didn't have access to their offices. I really hate to put Void Edge on the worst seasons list because it's statistically the best my channel has ever done, but also because the devs couldn't really control it being such a bad season and flopping so hard. They had limited to no access at all to their offices to even fix the game or update the game. Coming in at number 3, we're going to be having Operation Chimera. Everything was good about this season, and then it really got bad. The meta was absolutely atrocious. If you think utility dump meta is boring and the 20-second meta is boring to watch in Pro League, imagine a meta where the meta was literally just every time you would run a lion, and then you would win the game. For once in Siege, the defensive side was actually the underdogs. You know, this is a very defensive-sided game. I think we can all agree on that, but this was Operation Attacking Side. That's what a lot of people started calling this. If you didn't know, originally, Lion would make a red outline around your body when you moved, not just an active ping, so it essentially gave the other team wall hacks. This was also before Pick and Ban happened, so you would have comps such as Lion and Jackal roaming together, as well as maybe even throw a Dokkaebi in there, and then you have a full AIDS combo. Imagine a meta where you couldn't move, but you had to move, and that's what you get. This season was absolutely impossible to play in if you were a defensive player and you liked playing conservative, because it just was not fun to play defense. It was impossible to play defense, really. I will give this season props though, because Outbreak was absolutely amazing. I thought it was a really good event that Ubisoft did. The only downside is we didn't get a map because of Outbreak. Coming in at number 2, we're going to have Operation Grim Sky. Man, do I hate this season. This was a season following Parabellum. Near the end of Parabellum, my channel really started to take off, and I was taking full advantage of it going into Grim Sky. And then it just so happens that Grim Sky is arguably one of the worst seasons ever. This was actually the season that got me out of Siege for such a long time. Ever since like halfway through Grim Sky to about, halfway through Shifting Tides, I had not been playing the game that much. I wasn't enjoying making content on it and all of that just because, Grim Sky was terrible. It really ruined my mojo for the game. Clash was absolutely annoying to play against, just stupid operator at the time. And then the glitches came where she was basically, invulnerable and she could kill you. So a new operator who just got introduced to the game actually got banned. And that's not even the worst part of the season. You would play the Hereford base rework 24/7 this season. Some people were literally calling it Operation Hereford base rework. I'm not even kidding, because it was such a terrible map. It was an unnecessary rework, and it just shouldn't have came to the game. And then once it came to the game, you just played it nonstop. Every time you went into queue for a rank, you would play Operation Hereford base. Like, people were starting to meme this game out and just basically not even call it Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. It would just be Tom Clancy's Hereford base. Like, that's how bad it was. You would play it every time. I don't know what happened. It might have just been, normal rates for the maps, but it felt like you played Hereford base's rework so much, and it's such a bad map. Coming in at number 1 for the worst season ever of Rainbow Six Siege, we have Dustline. This is year 1, season 2, and man, did it kill Siege. Going into Black Ice, a lot of people were actually insanely hyped for this game. It didn't have a massive player base yet, but, Black Ice brought in tons of players, and a lot of people loved the Buck and Frost that were introduced that season, as well as Yacht. Now, imagine Rainbow Six Siege developers just introducing the most overpowered operator of all time. Dustline Blackbeard was genuinely the most broken operator we'll ever see in any FPS ever. I will stand by that. In a game where, there's a one-shot headshot mechanic, you introduce an operator that counters that one-shot headshot mechanic. Okay, that's what a lot of people still don't like about Blackbeard. Imagine Blackbeard, but with one shield and 600 HP on that shield. You heard me right, about 600 health. That's absolutely ridiculous. It could tank so many bullets, and you would just get dominated. If you were, defending and you were peeking a window that Blackbeard was on, just know that you were dead immediately. You weren't going to live through the fight. If you were going up against a player on the other team who knew how to use Blackbeard and use him well, you know what? You didn't even have to know how to use Blackbeard this season. You just still dominated with him because he was that broken. So yeah, that was the top 5 worst seasons in Rainbow Six Siege. I know a lot of people expected maybe more year 4 seasons to be on there, but I just couldn't bring myself to put Ember Rise or Burnt Horizon on there despite the glitches that came that season. But yeah, let me know your top 5 worst seasons down below in the comments section. Be sure to join my Discord with a link down below, as well as join my Twitch and follow me and come hang out on the streams. But yeah, with all that away, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Peace.